It is the year 3000 and technology has now advanced to the point where humans have developed the skills to develop infinitely large buildings. For the first time in history, UVA has an infinite amount of first years coming in. To celebrate this achievement, UVA decided to name this first year class the natural numbers. They have to assign rooms to an incoming first year class, but there is one problem. UVA only has one infinitely large dorm room due to poor budgeting skills and questionable planning. UVA is stumped. But then, UVA comes up with an idea. They decide to assign each person in the natural numbers class a number, starting from 0 and all the way up to infinity. UVA then puts students 0 in room 0, student 1 in room 1, student 2 in room 2, and so on until all the rooms in the infinite dorm has been filled. And just like that, every student in the natural numbers class will have a room for the school year. It is now the year 3001, and all the students in the natural numbers class were so unsatisfied with dorm living, they all decided to live in the infinite apartments on JPA instead. But, luckily for UVA, they have another infinite class of first year students. They decided to dub this class the integers. UVA tried to assign students the same way as last year, but then SIS crashed for 2 hours and in the process, irreversibly assigned some students with negative numbers. What is UVA supposed to do now? They tried doing the same thing as the year before and gave room 0 to student 0, room 1 to student 1, and so on, but that left the infinite number of negative students with no rooms. But then, UVA comes up with an idea. UVA decides to give the negatively numbered students the odd numbered rooms and the positively numbered students the even numbered rooms. So, student 0 goes into room 0, student negative 1 goes into room 1, then student 1 goes into room 2, student negative 2 goes into room 3, student 2 goes into room 4, and so on. And just like that, every student in the integers class now has a room for the school year. It is now 3002. Despite the hiccup from the previous year, UVA insists that SIS will work this time around. But then, whoops, SIS crashed again, and now students are assigned with pairs of natural numbers, such as 0, 1 and 2, 3. What is UVA supposed to do now? Luckily, some students from the natural numbers class just finished taking discrete, and they came up with an ingenious solution. They made a table with natural numbers for both the columns and the rows. They then matched the pairs of natural numbers with where those two numbers intersect. The students then drew a single line in a zigzag pattern on the table, and whenever the line came across a new pairing, they would give the student with that pair the next room. So, since the line starts at the pair 0, 0, the student assigned with 0, 0 will get room 0. The next point the line crosses at is 1, 0, so the student with that pair will get room 1. It goes on like this until all the rooms in the infinite dorms are filled. And since the diagonal line will cross every pair, every student will get a room. UVA is happy once again. It is now the year 3003, and for a third year in a row, SIS screwed up. Now, the students are assigned with rational numbers, which are two natural numbers in fractional form. But, this year, UVA was ready for this. They used the same method as the year before. But instead of pairs of natural numbers, they put in rational numbers. And just like that, every student has a room again. And they all lived happily ever after. Wahoo wah!